Hello and good afternoon, or morning. Why did I say good afternoon? I don't know why I said that. But yeah, currently it is 9:30 a.m. CST, and this is a video log entry 96. Yeah, 96. I don't know. I decided to start this because I had nothing better to do. But yeah, of course, not much going on as usual. I think I kind of had a little bit of a burnout because I was doing so many things at once that I'm not accustomed to. Like, if you guys, whoever stuck around in my earlier videos, they would have realized that I was going a little bit too hectic with all the things I wanted to try out. So yeah, I mean, that's always been an issue of mine, is learning to pace myself, and that's usually the reason why most of my projects tend to or fall apart, I guess, or they tend to be unfinished, is because I don't know how to pace myself. So still a thing I have to work on. I mean, I've been doing the whole scheduling thing, and that's been helping out with just like normal adulting things and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, speaking of adulting things, I have another interview. I don't like being specific, but yeah, I do have another interview. So that's fun. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I actually get something, because I've been pushing this to the edge a little bit too much. I say that I wanted to yoink a job earlier, which I could have. I mean, there were a lot of possibilities and opportunities that I had to just yoink one that, but I think I'm listening to my intuition, and my intuition was telling me that I needed some more time, it seems, to, deal with the mental turmoil that has been happening for the past couple of months. And I feel a lot better. I don't know. I've just been relaxing. I don't know. I've been feeling good. I guess that's all that really matters. Yeah, so an interview, I just kind of it's so weird. All of the things that I started, just a couple months ago, I just cut off. I started settling again, so I may have to, again, I'm settling to find other things that seem to be more fulfilling for me. So I guess this is a process of, finding yourself, is like trying new things, and then if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. So yeah, so I guess, I mean, again, like I said, summer's coming, so I'm going to start finding some summer activities, I guess. I don't know, I talked to my parents a couple days ago, and they think, I don't know, they gave me a bunch of advice that I already know of. They're like, oh, go do this, go do that. I was like, yeah, I know, those are I don't know. I guess people just like helping, right? My sister's the same way. They point out the most immediate solution to things, the most obvious things anybody would think of in a couple of seconds, right? They're like, go do this. It's like, yeah, I know. I've thought of this a billion times, which is why I haven't done it. And I don't know. It's just annoying. Just annoying. So, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That's how people are. They like to pretend that they know you, and then they give you solutions on things that don't completely align with who you actually are. And I used to try to put some more weight on it when I was younger. I was like, oh yeah, maybe that is right. And then, again, I self-abandonment problems. I used to put a lot of weight on other people's, not opinions. It was just solutions to things, even though I could have just trusted myself on what was best for me. But I don't know. I was young, and I was in, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I had a low self-esteem and whatnot, so I just listened to the advice of somebody I would, my parents and whatnot, because they were on this planet for longer than me. I thought but then there's a time in which you start gaining wisdom from experiences and whatnot, and you realize that, their solutions to living a life were a little bit superficial, right? And yeah, that's when I started diverging away from the norm. And I don't know, I kind of just wanted a more interesting life. So this is my life, I guess. And my parents are still supporting me, though. I think they realized what I decided to do, and I just needed some space away from them because they couldn't understand. It took them a couple of months to finally realize what I was trying to do, and I didn't feel like explaining it to them. I don't think I had the right to, because it should be, they finally understood what I meant, or, anyways, whatever. We had a few arguments in my house because of it, and yeah, my dad had pretty big fit. Because he wanted me to do the thing that he thought that was best, which is normal, I guess, for most parents. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm here now, and I'm in a bit of a financial rut, but I know I'll figure things out. Yeah, so I'm excited for that interview and whatnot, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing today. Probably relaxing. Maybe I'll get something to eat. Get something to eat, as in I didn't really eat much yesterday. Have much food. Not because I mean, like, I have enough for groceries and whatnot for the next few months, but it's just like, I don't know, I've just kind of been in my head, and sometimes I just forget to eat. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot going on today, so I'm just gonna relax, I guess. Maybe I'll hang out with that friend of mine, that one friend of mine. I say one friend as in, like, I'm not shaming myself. It's like, I'm laughing because I put myself out there so many times to find somebody, and then after those, 6 months or so, it ended out just being one person. I'm not I'm not the kind of person to have a huge friend circle. I'd rather have like one or two, because I know it's gonna feel like maintenance. It's like owning a car, right? You're gonna have to do this, and this, and so you're gonna have to stay in constant communication with your average person, right? And then, like, I don't know, when you think of it, like, if the more and more people you have in your friend circle, the more and more likely you're gonna have somebody that doesn't think the same way as you do, and then you have to, like, put yourself down to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's why I'd rather just have like one or two friends, maybe a romantic partner, depending on how things go for me. I don't know, like, I could. It's just like one of those things where, yeah, maybe it would be nice, right? But I don't necessarily need it. So I kind of learned to be self-sufficient at this point. So, but I'm at this point in my life where I kind of know what I want, essentially, sort of. I know it may change and whatnot, and but I'm at this point in my life where, like, I'm bringing people into my life that actually fit with my view, right? And what I want, because I mean, that's all I've ever really wanted. I pretended to act like it, that wasn't what I wanted, because everybody else said to, like, just, it seemed like everybody that I've seen when it comes to friend circles is that they create a lot of more, drama and distractions, right? Distractions. It's like, it's whatever, I used to bash myself because I thought differently about most things, and people probably thought I was dumb for thinking differently, and yeah, whatever. And I've learned to realize that, it's not a bad thing at all, It's not a bad thing at all being different. Yeah, I don't know. I've been feeling good, so. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've been writing notes, sort of. I've been, just, again, like, kind of just with my own thoughts, thinking about, I'm refining, right? I keep going through, I think I do have these obsessive thoughts, but I also, healthy obsessions are always, I have to distinguish those. I tend to have bad obsessions and then healthy obsessions, things that actually, like, work out for you. Like, I made, fixing my life an obsession, So I had to put my obsessions in the right direction. You have to be careful of that, it's a double-edged sword, right? You have to, if you're kind of like me, you have to be careful where you put your thoughts, and yeah. Wow, what was I thinking about? I don't know, just like finding a balance of being open and closed towards certain things, and I'm still, like, in this process of opening. Well, I'm starting to close off on a future reality, finally. Because I knew what I wanted before I left here. I had these pictures in my head before I even made the decision to go here, if that kind of makes sense. So now those pictures, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess my natural tendency is, FOMO, like fear of missing out. So I kind of dispersed myself out towards all other possibilities. And I was like, oh, well, all right, okay, I was right. I actually do want this. That makes sense. So I was kind of like, I do that a lot too. That's why I'm indecisive about what I, want for a future career and whatnot. It's like I had to keep myself in that kind of receptive state to, gather enough data to then assure myself that, yeah, this is what I want before I can start, closing in on that future reality. Which is fine, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people, it would be easier if I could just brainwash myself into believing something, but I can't do that anymore. I think I've far surpassed that. And, yeah, that makes sense, right? Uh, I don't know. It's just like writing a bunch of thoughts in my head. I don't know. Like there's also like this dichotomy between like living for yourself and finding the right balance between living for yourself and living for the world and whatnot. I'm still kind of figuring that out because again, like I used to be kind of an all or nothing person, so sometimes I would go too far in living for the world and whatnot. So, which is again, like I said, which is why I kind of lost myself in this world, and yeah, I just had to come back and remind myself why I'm here. Yeah, so at least I know now. It's like yeah. I think about like what I still want, and like I kind of know what I want. Like I have this like very abstract picture of what I want. It's not. It doesn't. And like the thing is, like I think an abstraction is fine. I don't have to make it concrete. I think just having this abstract conception of what it is fine. My dad tried to make me believe that I had to make it concrete, but no. So I'm going to keep that abstraction in my head until I feel fulfilled, and I do. It's funny because like I feel pretty damn good right now, even though, like I could worry, I could make myself scared if I wanted to, but then like again, like I said, I've kind of outgrown that. There's no point in worrying anymore because I guess I've just seen too much at this point. Anyways, wow, okay, it's been about 12 minutes, and it felt like it's been 20. Like, again, like, it's so weird. I've been thinking about that. I was like, why are my thoughts, like, maybe my thoughts are running so fast, it feels like, the world is, the external world outside of my head is running slower. I don't know how that works, but it's, I think the reason why is this perception of, or this time changes because I'm more in my head as opposed. It can go both ways, right? Time could go faster, or it could go slower. I don't know why. For me, it's going slower, from my perspective, because of my whatever's going on in here. Again, like I think that perception change, because there are people who have like a very a good sense of like how much time has passed, if they're in tune with the world, being present in the external world and just being there with it. But for me, well, again, like I'm in here a lot, so it can go both ways. People aren't here a lot. I don't know how they perceive time to go faster. Maybe I don't know how that works. People say that when you have fun, time goes faster. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that sometimes for me. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Brain psychology is weird and whatnot and whatever. Yeah, I think I'm done with this. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.